Hey Capricorn, welcome to Germinate Tarot. This will be your second half of May reading. And just to note, I did do the first half of May, but the videos were wonky, but the energy was off the hook. So we're probably going to still try and get them up just for reference. They were wild. So I don't know what you guys have going on. Let's find out some more though. This is the last 2 weeks of May. We're going to the Gypsy Witch for Capricorn. Let's see what we have going on here. Capricorn. Let's do this. Capricorn, baby. My wrists are getting tight. That usually means we're done. 1, 2, 3. Just wanted a good clean one. There we go. All right, Capricorn. Ooh, okay. All right. Okay. Okie dokie. I'm digging it. Capricorn. Oh, thank goodness. All right. So on the surface level, before we clarify anything, we'll just run through it. So we have the clover, which is luck. Situationally, I think you're golden because whatever is happening is going to be a good thing. The luck's turning. The luck changes. It's just, it's the kind of stuff starts lining up where you're like, oh, I didn't know you were going to be there. Or like, the weird stuff where you're like, I hit every green light on the way to work this morning. That never happens. Like, just good stuff is lining up. And I love saying that. Because on this side, you have the letter and you have the crossroads, which means I think something, if this is not you, then this is a facet of the situation you're dealing with. This is, some kind of information is going to push you to make a decision. So it can be, with the letter, it's not really internet. The birds is more internet and stuff. Maybe this is like a physical letter or something that you get that will make you kind of make a decision. Over here, this is weird. I get invite to a party because you have wine and you have the rider. And the wine is like happiness and partying and stuff. And the rider is quick communication. So I almost feel like you get invited to a party and it's almost like, or some kind of gathering. And it's almost like you didn't expect to be doing it. Because then you have the meeting card, which just kind of all lines up here, or some kind of get together. Like you get invited somewhere and it's good. Now, the bouquet didn't come up, and that's more of like an official offer type thing. But with the rider, it's going quick. I think it's kind of like, you might get a call out of the blue that's like, yo, we're going. You're coming with us. Get in the car. And I'm going to clarify now, because down here you have the key. It's the underlying energy. I think stuff gets unlocked. Like whatever's been going on, it's like you finally get the release. I'm feeling good. Like so far, I want this reading. So the clover. Yeah, the broken mirror. Like this is busting out. This is not doing things the same old way. That's too many, but all right. What is this broken mirror and clover about? So, yeah, the broken mirror, this is the change in perceptions. The cat is like falseness and kind of like just fake. It's fake. And the tower is commitments, and it can be, some kind of contractual agreement. It's like you realize, like, I think this might be the crossroads point where it's like, no, this is bullshit. Like Capricorn is like, this is bullshit. It's just so like, it's like almost like something becomes so apparent that you're just like, how did I not see this before. But you have the bride, which is getting what you want. The garden is that's social gatherings. That's, or stuff coming out. But you have the star. So the bride is more like a physical world thing. Like you have what you want materially. The star is more like, I think, an emotional thing. That's at least the way I interpret these cards. But the fox is, you're not being dumb about it. Like, you're not screaming from the treetops that, look what I have. It's more of like, you're too smart. Capricorn's too smart. They're not going to announce it. They're going to sit on it. But they're going to have a good time. Don't get me wrong. I want to know what this wine and this rider's about. I think I'm connecting with very specific stuff because I'm like, no, it's a party and you're going here. And wow, okay. It's a house. I almost got like a house party, like kid and play. How old am I? But it's like cutting loose. Okay, then there's the ship, which is longing. It's wanting stuff. It's going towards things. It could be something at a distance, potentially, or it could be you are taking a journey, but it's slow. With the ship in the home, maybe you are kind of longing for, or this person is longing for some kind of stability. And I want to see just one more on that. Yeah, I think someone wants some kind of new beginning because it's like they want the home, the kids, and maybe they are a good time Charlie with the wine and the rider. They're too busy just bopping around doing their thing, but really they do want some kind of stability. The train track didn't come out, which means, for me at least, a better sense of direction, but it's there. The desire's there. So I want to know what the hands are about. The meeting. The tree goes back to the stability. Maybe there is some stability that needs to be had. The pig could be fat and happy, but it's like it's ego for me. So it's not really the most positive card, depending on what comes out with it. Okay, the bouquet literally snuck out from underneath. It's like, no, I'm coming. So we have the metal, love, fire, bouquet. You have the tree, which is stability. It's also something long-standing. I think there's some kind of ego thing going on, which could go back to this. Make sure someone's trying not to just win to win, because then you have the metal, which concerns me a little bit. So there's like ego and pride right next to each other. Maybe someone needs to swallow both of those. But if this is Capricorn on this side, they are not showing their hand. Even though they have all this stuff and everything's lining up for them with the clover and stuff, they're not showing it. They're not going to let you know. With the fox, it's like, I'm going to hold these cards right here until we get to the river card. So we have love, fire, bouquet. Someone is hot to Trotsky, which leads back to there's an offer, there's some kind of invitation or visit or, seeing someone in person. And yeah, this is like good. It unlocks. I want one on the key, because the key for me is always like what happens that puts stuff in motion. The sun, the snake, and the ring. So, the snake can be the cheater card, or something sneaky that's like not 100%. Let me see here. Like, for me, lightning and stuff didn't come out, so I don't think this is like suddenly like boom. But And I don't see, I'm trying to just double check the cards to see if there's any kind of cheating stuff, but I'm not really getting cheating. You know, unless this person is a party animal or something and they get called out on it because, you know, they know, like, you get knowledge or insight about this relationship, but there's the defensiveness, there's the snake and the fox. So, like I said, Capricorn is not just, you know, being like, oh, that's how you feel. Let me tell you how I feel. No, you're going to wait. I'm going to think about this, sort it out. I'll get back to you. So we're moving on to Art of Life. All right. That's interesting. Okay. I'll tell you why it's interesting in a second. We're just gonna, I will talk about them. Let me get one more. Thank you. The Emperor, my goodness, that dude has been just out and about for everybody and their business. Ooh. Yeesh. Okay. I want one more. I'm gonna clarify before I start chit-chatting, just to get an overall thing, because it's kind of, it's very forceful, but it's like retreating as well at the same time, if that makes sense. There's like a sternness to this. And just a real not taking any guff kind of attitude in a weird way. Okay. Yeesh. All right. Capricorn. Capricorn. All right, noting King of Pentacles on the bottom, Earth sign. So, you know, this is grounded. This is the highest energy you can get, and the court cards. So, boss level for Earth sign. We have Page of Swords and Four of Swords together. The Page of Swords is just kind of like an immature communication. It's not very committal. It could just be, it's spying, which makes me think back to the letter and the crossroads, like, and the garden and everything. Maybe someone finds something out. And the Four of Swords is a retreat card. You're being pushed back, or you're just like, I need a minute. You know, I'm going to take my time on this one. And you do, because then you have the Hermit, which is like, I found something out. I need to go into myself here for a second. It's presenting me with a decision. And with the Two of Wands, I need to take some kind of action. What action will it be? Well, I'm going to think about it because it's the Page of Pentacles. I'm going to come at this from a steady Earth sign energy, because we, you know, Earth signs are good at the whole grounding and like, I need a minute. But then when you come out of it, there's the Emperor. And that is, you know, the Empress has more of like a nurturing thing going on. The Emperor, I never see him as having any of that. It's a very like calm, cool, collected, you're dismissed kind of attitude if you're kicking someone to the curb. Potentially. I don't get a lot of curb kicking, but with the Seven of Swords and the Five of Cups, somebody is not happy. They're very not happy. And I've explained this before. The Seven of Swords in this deck for me is a very introspective card in terms of thinking about internally what you want, where you want to go. It's like you're resolving the inner conflict. That inner conflict is getting taken care of. But the Five of Cups, it's not easy to do that. And I think that's where the regret comes from. But the quote on this one is, better by far you should forget and smile than that you should remember and be sad. Christina Rossetti. So it's like that bittersweet thing where you had to make a call, and it's not like you regret that it happened, completely. I mean, it makes you sad thinking about what you don't have. Because then the Five of Swords is another thing where it's like the conflict. There's a conflict. It's people fighting each other. But it is the ego card, which, remember how I said there was the ego and pride up here? It's very haughty. Haughty is the word I want to say. Like, it's like neener. And if that's the overall energy, is someone doing this to you, Capricorn, and it's making you pull back? Or maybe if it is Capricorn, I don't get that it's coming from a place of malice. I'm getting it's coming from a place of emotional defense. You know, like with the fox, it's like you're doing it because you need to protect yourself. It's not because you want to be a jerk or you want to be a bitch, but it's like you need this time, and you're guarding this time to work through whatever it is. And I think work through Eight of Pentacles. All right. Ace of Wands, the World. I didn't realize I was saying that while I was holding them, but okay. Five of Swords. If this is Capricorn, I don't think it is out of malice. It's out of self-protection. If it is someone doing this to you, you have retreated from that, and you've kind of cordoned yourself off. You've kind of gotten a little bit of a colder attitude. Earth signs can take things very personally because of the strong sense of right and wrong. And when someone's like offending your moral sensibility, you just want to be like, yeah, like you're an asshole. But with the Ace of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, and the World, I think you get the ability to change that, because the Ace of Wands it's a positive motion card. It's getting a fresh start, fresh set of eyes, being able to move. And it says, whatever you can do, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. So it's like you've got the mojo back. And the Eight of Pentacles is it's putting the work in. It's being able to have the focus to put the work in, to make things happen. And the quote on this one is, until you try, you don't know what you can do. And that's Henry James. The World, hello, this is the end of the cycle. This is the flippo. This is you've done it all. You know, the only place to go is back to the Fool or back to, you know, the Aces. So you've done your time, whatever's going on. And it's going to be the flipski. And that's what I mean. Like, if someone is not cheating on you, it's definitely, you've been dealing with a lot of strong personalities, which is something to say, because Capricorn is not someone you tussle with. So let's find out what romance angels have to say about it. All right. Stay optimistic about your love life. Okay. No Five of Cups in for you right now. Let's see. That's just way too many. Way too many. Come on, babies. Playfulness. That's actually been coming out a lot. It's like, why so serious? And maybe you just need to be like, haha. See, but there's a deception. Okay. Give me one more. One more. Yes, so like I said, that broken mirror, I just think, release your ex. Yowzer. So I was trying not to go on the cheating bend, but the more that came out, I think it is, you know, and I think maybe they realized they screwed up. You know, it's like too little too late though. And like I said, it's like you figured something out and you're going within, and, you know, like I said, you're not showing your hand. You don't have to, you don't want to. I'm just going to put the romance angels away there and move on to the crystal deck. And let's give some food for thought for Capricorn for the last half of May. So that's 2. I do want one more. Not like all of them. Do not do all of them, please. Stuff has been coming out in 4s. I can't. It's weird. So we have lapis, sugilite, sapphire, and citrine. I have citrine right here, hanging on my lamp. Lapis is protection, serenity, power, release, and discernment. Sugilite is initiating, cleansing, and spontaneous. Clover. We have sapphire, which is abundance, joy, and destiny. And then you have citrine, which is energizing, individualization, prosperity, and abundance. So I think that the cleansing with the sugilite, huge. Like, you know, you have this power that you gain that allows you to release stuff. And then you get to the other side of that where you get to be happy and energy and you get your mojo back. It's like, this is what I was looking for. With the lapis, it is the need to exercise discernment in all our dealings. It gives us the power to seek the underlying truth of the matter and bring it to light. So, so what is done in the dark shall come to the light. You have the sugilite, which means declutter your mind and environment from all that is unnecessary and negative. How can you invite openness and growth into your life? I think that goes for like everybody. We have sapphire, which is your effort will be rewarded. Look for ways in which your purpose can be directed towards achieving goals and inviting success. Like I said, it's, you know, you put your time in. What I could say, the citrine is need to look at your motives and honor yourself. We are selfless and we draw down abundance from the universe. So, you know, you've worked on yourself. It's time to collect, baby, and move forward. And, you know, you've put the work in. So Capricorn, I hope someone is not done doing you wrong. And, you know, you get their butt straightened out if they are. And if you're just going to fox it up, just watch how it plays out. The truth is a-coming. So, all right, Capricorn, I will be doing the first half of June because Germ is going on vacation. And so I'll be talking to you then. Until then, be well.